Alright, everybody's been wanting to know, get to the grand entrances of this thing. Here's a stairwell that I had to build on the front porch. And this stairwell goes down into down to the access to the tunnel. And when I make it access into the tunnel, it comes in like so. To give you a little light, and this is the inside of the man cave. The ceiling, the floor, it's probably about, I want to say 4'7". I have measured it. Each one of these boards are 4.5 inches, 5.5 inches, and there's, let's see, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of them up through there, so you're talking about 55 inches, 55 and a half, somewhere in that neighborhood. Now, you still got a little bit of a water problem, and that's why I'm working on them now. And I can't gain no ground because here in southeast Tennessee, it's rained every stinking day if it's rained, and it's just been difficult to get anything done. I'll show you why here in a moment. There is my uppermost vent right over there. Come around over to here, and you will see there is a smaller vent right there behind that chair, and then we have one vent right down here by the on this wall. Now these vents come up and go up. All of these vents go up. I did have them bent over, but I decided to straighten them straight up and put rain caps on. My flooring here is concrete. So whenever it does get dry, it's not supposed to be wet at all. But when it gets dry, I'm going to caulk the bottom board. I'm going to caulk that bottom board, and I'm going to caulk it with the best caulking I can get my hands on. And see if that doesn't help eliminate some of my problems. Right now I've got 2 heaters, a dehumidifier, and a fan running down here. We were gone for the weekend, and we came home this summer. The water level is where you see the lines at. We had pretty well got up in here. I didn't like it that it had got up in here, but it did. And when it did, most of the problem came from, here's the tunnel portion of this thing that I told you about. It's up, here's my handrails. Anything in the world but a one before. Say no one before block, nail it back there, take your lever and poof, pop her nose right there, and you got her. And here is my problem child right here. This has been my biggest headache of the whole thing. Yeah, boy, it looks awful bright out there in the sky. No, that's not the sky you're looking at. That's plastic. 6 mil plastic, $100 a roll for 100 foot long by 20 foot. This is the tunnel going into the ant cave. As you can see here, got the outer opening. You go in and right through here. And there's our rock work that we had done. Well, we'd done it way on out through there, but then I got thinking about these rains, and the first little rain put me in mind up. I can't do that. I need to start filling in. So I started filling in this, and I still like about 12 foot having it filled in, I guess, completely to the door here on this side in particular. But what my plans are now, since everything has to change, we have to kind of go with the flow. I'm going to come in under this last post on the porch. I'm going to come this way just to the back side of that bucket right here. And I'm going to lay cross ties from there across up and over to the bottom of this uprights here in my wall section there of the tunnel. Now, the reason for the cross ties is because they're pretty useless anyhow. I don't have to worry about getting a lot of tar and junk on them. I'm going to put plastic under this hole that I have had to dig and suck out and all this kind of stuff and fuss and fight with. But I bought me a little small pump right here, and this pump comes from Northern Tools. and that's about $170. And I'm going to, I'm not going to, it pumped all this water that was here in here, that was up to this point right here, and it had flowed back up into there. And so I pumped this whole bit dry right here in a matter of about 30 minutes with that pump. It's got a 15-foot, there's that deep breath again. It's got a 15-foot pull that it will pull. That's the maximum rated height for that pump to pull water up, or fluids up 15 foot in height. So I didn't have to pull it up very high, but I did have to turn around over here and shoot it up high and have the hose and out into the other part of the yard, grass and stuff. But I'm kind of at a standstill here now, because if I take the plastic off to continue work, I intend to put another board on top of this board we're looking at here. Come down this side, which is down the side of the house, as you can see the eave up there. And I'm going to come, probably about somewhere in this territory under the porch here. I will have it filled up to this board. It was up here. Get my finger in there where I can see it. Up to here. And I'm planning on putting another board on top of that one. And that way I can just stack this stuff around, and when I get this part in here done, which I will have 4x4 top on it, which I don't dare put my tractor on it, but I have plastic and dirt on top of that. Now this is my daggone plastic that I've got here now, believe it or not. That's 2 layers, and down there is the tape of all tapes, duct tape, and it serves its purpose for as best as it can, and then when it falls off, you throw another one on there. But in other way, just by getting out of the area here, I have full intentions of being able to do it. My rock wall won't be in existence anymore, just be shoved in and dirt filled around it, and will probably continue to settle and sink over the years. I'll have to keep throwing dirt in there a little bit here and there, but not much. And but as you can see, the front of this thing would have looked pretty good if I could have kept the weather from doing things the way it wanted to work, because a person could have walked in the thing right here, walked in this 5-foot tunnel right here. I mean, after you get yourself down right there, that's below ground level, because the ground level is up here on top of this board. And on top of this board is the ground level. Well, once you reach that ground level, from what I understand and from what people have told me, you can see here the depth of the dirt, and it gets a little higher out as it goes out through there. And this is, of course, right here, these blocks are 4 blocks high, and that's down to the foundation. So if anything comes through, we should be fairly well safe in this thing. In the future, I plan to put permanent power to it instead of this rig setup that I got here now with all these cables and cords and extension cords and things. I plan to wire it up where I'll have a excuse me, I'll probably run Christmas tree lights around the upper edge, which will knock off the dullness of being entrapped in here in the complete dark. I'm going to have give it a little different lighting for grandchildren and things like that, so they won't get so scared of sitting in here or playing in the middle floor, whatever they might be doing. And also keep people from having a chance of going claustrophobic. Right here, I will have 2 doors on this man cave. If all goes as planned, as you can see, we countersunk all these holes, and then we ran 7-inch lag bolts into the piece behind. Now, I'm planning on having, I don't know if you can see for the sunlight or not, I'm planning on having 1 door here, there at that point, and then I plan to have another door here at this point on the man cave. This is the very end entrance to it. As you can see what I've got running here right now, I've got 2 electric heaters, a fan, I've got a dehumidifier, and of course I got the light that I'll turn off and on as I need. And I'm gonna drop this beach towel blanket that it used to keep the heating things in. It actually is pretty nice in here. When you go sitting down, I've got room to sit. I do. And I'm 6'2". I can put my head up and put my hand on top of it if I take my little finger out of the way. But at any rate, this will get done, I hope, before all these severe hurricanes hit us this hurricane season and start spawning a bunch of tornadoes. I need my doors done, and once my doors are done, and that is all dirted over out there under the porch, about the only way that was be able to get air under it